Today in this video, I'm going to share with you how I organized and simplified my kitchen to make it more efficient. Hi guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, my name is Noemi. So for today I have a very exciting video for you. I already made a video on how I simplified my kitchen, and I have many hacks and ideas that I shared with you, and I will link all those videos down below for you guys. But today I wanna go more into the depth to explain where I put the things and how I organize the things and what's the reason behind that. So I have already talked about these work zones that I created in my kitchen, and the reason for that, because sometimes we want to work together. So my husband trying to prepare a smoothie while I'm starting to making a lunch or dinner. So that was the starting point to create those work zones. It has been working so amazingly and so efficient. I thought it's really worth to share. So this would be the first zone or area that I want to talk about. And when I'm talking about working zone, I'm not just talking about the countertop. That's the key to create this work zone, to think about in vertical lines, like whatever you will need, whatever you prepare in that area, it has to be handy over there. So that way you don't have to go away and leave that space and go back and forth. You are more efficient with the time as well. So in this area, as you can see, my sink is over there. So whenever I wash the dishes, I always put everything on the right side. So the easiest way that motivates me the most to put away the dishes and not to procrastinate as much is to make it as easy as possible to be able to put away the dishes. So everything that we use during the day, we opted with an open shelf, and of course it's not everyone else's cup of tea, but we like this open shelf because everything that is on it, we use it every single day, so it doesn't get dusty, and I don't have to open and close the cabinet, and I don't have to open anything for that. For eating or measuring out, everything is in one location. And the second one would be all the things that we use for drink or eat. So even my husband, if he makes the smoothie here, he doesn't have to step anywhere else. He can just grab the jar or the glass, whatever he uses, and he can just put it out there. And on the bottom, since as I mentioned I wash the dishes here, I can just put away right away all the things that we use. We are on the go. This is the dishes that we use. So this area functions as a smoothie making area. So we are putting away the dishes from here and also preparing smoothies. So that way in the morning my husband can be here and doing the smoothies. Meanwhile, I'm in that corner. I don't have to step away because I got my sink over here, the stove is over there. So as I'm preparing the vegetables, all the peeling, washing can happen here, and that way we don't cross each other's way. So for smoothie things like what we put in there, hemp seed and all those things, we had only place to put all the pantry items over here. So that means my husband can go between that area without me crossing each other way. So we keep the smoothie maker right here down below because it's very easy to grab. And I also want to point out something simplified my work, and maybe it can give you a different perspective to think about it, because I know a lot of people love things to keep on their countertop for a reason. Either you don't have a space, but if you can get a space to put it away, the reason I'd like to put away all those items that we use every single day, because to me, to put away that Vitamix, it literally takes about 9 seconds or 10 seconds, and 10 seconds to put it back. Under this minute, when I'm putting away, I'm making a big favor to myself, because of the rest of the day I don't have to go around that object, I don't have to clean around that, I don't have to wipe it off, because it's a kitchen, it's got grease, we have water everywhere as we wash the dishes, so it would get messy and I would have to wipe off constantly. So that way it's put away, out of the way. So this would be the area where we prepare all the smoothies. Okay, now we are turning into a kitchen tour. But this is where we keep supplement, because it's right next to the glass, so when he pours out the smoothie, we can take care of in the morning all the supplements. Obviously, under the sink we keep all the things that we need for washing dishes, and where we keep our garbage as well, and I will get back to that because I have some great ideas with that. But as we go to that corner, this is where I keep all those jars and items that I use to either prepare a food. So if I'm preparing the food here, I can use the glass right away. And also, once I'm finished with the cooking, I have the jars down there. This is where I keep the leftover. So I have these jars, and of course I have bigger ones, but they are in the refrigerator now. But this is what I use to put my food in there, and it's right next here, so I can just bend over and put it up here, take care of and put away the food, and it can go into the refrigerator. Okay, so for this section, so that was the preparing and put away section. For this section, that's pretty obvious, like this is where we keep the pots and pans, so we don't have to walk that much, it comes handy. Okay, so this is the area where I like to prepare all the baking. So I've got the oven over here, or if I have to melt a coconut oil, it's right next to the oven, so it's a perfect convenient spot, and it's a big spot to make all those cookies and doughs. And all of the pantry items that we have, it's over here. We have a shelf where we keep our apples and fresh fruits, but basically this is all the pantry things that we have. And I worked with my jars. I really love this because they have the same height as the drawer, so we can use the drawer all the way till the end. And here's the best part with that, you guys. This is, if I open this, it functions as an extension of the countertop. So when I cook, I don't even have to physically move these jars anywhere. I can just use my spice out of here. So this is the salt, and I have other ones, and I can just remove the top and I can use it, and once I'm done, I'm just putting it back and I can just close that. And it's out of the way, it's not on the countertop, I don't need to put away anything at all. So when I bake over here, I've got everything, all the flours, all the pasta and everything that we use is in here. So in this zone, I do the baking. So the best part with this top layer of drawers, as you saw with the spices, it's kind of like working and adding another layer, because I don't have to move the thing, it's right there handy. I don't even have to bend over, it's kind of like just spreading out the things. So those things that I would normally don't keep out on the countertop, but when I'm using them and I would have to, like the cookbook. Actually, I don't have a cookbook, this is just my favorites that I collected over the years, but I can just open and check whatever I need, and I don't have to put it out on the countertop. I just check whatever I need, I can just close it and shut the drawer, and it's out of my way. So I'm trying to organize my kitchen the way where it is I have to move the things less and I have to walk less. And guys, it counts so much. It counts, like we have to be very appreciative with our time, because this is where we can lose precious time where we're just doing repetitive things. Back to that food preparing area. I forgot to share with you guys something that is really cool. So when I prepare the food, I have the oven here. I keep my cutting board over here. So that means, and the knife is here. So I have the cutting board and the knife nearby. So I don't even have to walk to gather those items. So the other way is helping me tremendously. I have this garbage can. So we do have a relatively small garbage can. I like to use the small one because we don't really have that much garbage. So whatever we have, a bag like that we buy a bread in, or we buy from Costco the frozen fruits, I like to save those bags to collect our whatever garbage we make. But the great things about this box, and this is from IKEA because I know you guys going to ask that, this is the same height as a kitchen sink. So it has a perfect height. If I place this in the kitchen sink, I can just open this bag, and everything that I chop off and I want to throw away, so you can put either a compost bin or a garbage, whatever you prefer, or you can. But if I chop up the vegetables, I can just push everything right away into the garbage can. So once the food peeling is done, once the food chopping is done, I can place this on the top of the countertop. And it may don't sound as a big of a deal, but I'm telling you guys, I can only tell what I experienced, but in my experience, I rather to throw things into the sink instead of opening the cabinet and just putting the garbage there, because when I'm cooking, I'm busy, something is always burning, or I just have to do something all of a sudden, so I always procrastinate. But when it's up here on the countertop, it just makes it so easy. Instead of putting in a sink, I just put it over there, and then once I'm done with the cooking, I can just put it away. So I just put it away to show you that I didn't have to step away. So that would be the other way around when I'm pulling out these things. If I put the garbage right there and I put the knife and the cutting board over there, I didn't have to move or walk. So this is the key to the zone organizing. It's just really designed around your needs. So you can create those zones to your needs, like what you have to prepare, what is your family member prepare. So for us, this is what has been working out the best. Okay. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh. What am I going to put there? Garbage. What? Oh, there's another page. Whoa. With you, I created a zone organizing. Yeah.